Bleach Manga chapter 572 review. Let's go. Actually, before we jump right into this review, I just want to say the reason why I didn't do last week's Bleach chapter review is simply because I felt like I was going to be too late. Like, I feel like I was going to be really late with that review that week, so I decided not to do it. And the thing is, I don't like being late with Bleach, and honestly, there's so many other people that come out with Bleach chapter reviews and all that stuff, so it's just like, I had to think, should I still make the review even though I'm going to be really late? Like, I was going to be really, really late with last week's Bleach review, and I just was like, I don't think we're really going to watch it, because that's how late I was going to be. And I don't know. Would y'all watch it even though I'm that late? Because even right now, I'm actually pretty late, but it's not as bad as it was going to be before. So I don't know. And I'm always kind of late with these Bleach reviews because I can't do it on time. I can't do it at that same moment it comes out, because sometimes it comes out way later than it should, and I have to freaking, I mean, I can try to review it then, but it's like, it's late, I'm tired, it's not gonna be a good review, I don't want to do all that, it's not good, so I try to wait, so I'm good, have energy, and then freaking make these reviews, you know what I'm saying? But it's just, I don't know. And you should follow me on Facebook and my Twitter, because I kind of already did like a little bit of update and talked about this before, so if you guys follow me there, some of you guys should already know, but I'll just leave it at that. So let's just jump into this review. So Mr. Vanishing Point was not actually the main enemy that Yachiru and Kotetsu was going to fight. Or, I mean, well, that was actually their battle, but he was not the main event. He was just an appetizer, because this new guy comes in. And we're going to call him the Imagine Man, because this Imagine Man, he's able to make you, well, he'll imagine something, and then you imagine what he said to you, and bam, it's all over. Right at that point, you're done. And this kind of shows you, because Vanishing Point blew up when he couldn't see his existence or see a future for him, and so he saw that for himself, because he can go into that vanishing crap and boom, he's not supposed to die. But no, he blew up and he's gone. So with Imagine Man, his first act of imagination, he imagines Kensei and Rose dead, and so Kotetsu goes and checks on them, and she probably thought that herself, like, oh crap, they might be dead. So the fact that she had that thought, not to mention you kind of see a little hint to his power. On one of these panels, you see Kotetsu's hand come over Kensei, and we see this little black ball drop thingy that kind of like splashes almost in a way. So it's kind of interesting. It seems like there's some kind of effect, or it's some kind of barrier. Maybe you jump into it, or you're too close, something. Because maybe he has to make contact. No, I don't think he made contact with her though. I don't know. Maybe you have to he might have some kind of barrier or some sort of thing where if you go in contact with it, that will increase the effect of his imagination. Because the thing is, the reason why I say this is because he came in contact with Yachiru, touched Yachiru's arm, and then imagine, her bones are made of cookies. Made of cookies. The Cookie Monster would have a good time. And Yachiru's arm was breaking all of a sudden. Because she likes cookies. Like, that was perfect. That was perfect for her. She's a kid. Of course she's gonna imagine something like that. So, boom, her arms are freaking cookies now. Her whole body's cookies, so she's just falling to pieces right now. It's like, oh crap. No, Yachiru, not my girl. Man, Kenny, where you at? Boom, Kenny comes. I was like, oh my I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm going to fanboy so freaking hard next week's chapter. I am sorry. I already know. I can't even lie to you guys. I'm going to die next week's chapter, okay? I'm about to spaz out. I'm about to go ham and cheese with beef, son. It's going to be ridiculous. Like, I know Kenny about to go in. The only thing is, I'm wondering how this ability is going to affect Kenny in a fight, because his ability is pretty interesting, and it's kind of funny how he's like, my imagine, I see this dude coming here, like, making all this ruckus, all this bull crap, what's happening here? So it's just like, I wonder how this is going to affect or play with King Chan when it comes to his abilities versus this guy's abilities, Mr. Imagine Man. One thing I took note about this chapter when it comes to Yachiru's ability, because I actually kind of noticed this in last week's chapter, but I didn't do a review, so I didn't really get to talk about it. But Yachiru's Shikai, it doesn't transform at all. It's the same as just a regular sword. It's just these things come out all of a sudden, and Kotetsu actually notes this, and I like that. I like that she actually took note of the fact that her Shikai doesn't transform at all. It's not like an ability like how Unohana's is, where, her sword transforms into something, or how her, like, Hitsugai is like something that connects to you or something like that. So it's kind of interesting that her thing's completely different. And honestly, I will say this too. I'm glad we got to see Yachiru fight and get to see her Shikai. I mean, I'm assuming she probably don't have Bankai, just a Shikai. But it kind of sucks because with the Shikai, all it did was bring more questions than answers. It didn't give us many answers, honestly. It gave us more questions and like, why is our freaking Shikai different? And what's up with that? So it's just like, god dang it. Also, one last thing I want to note as well. When it comes to Kenpachi Zaraki, why is he still wearing his eye patch? I mean, I thought the whole point of the training was to unleash your full power so you wouldn't limit yourself anymore. So why did you go back to limiting yourself? Unless the eye patch is just a regular eye patch now, then okay, maybe it's just for decor and effect and stuff. But if it's still doing the same effect as it was before, which is, you know, taking your Rezaitsu, then why are you limiting yourself again? I thought the whole point of that training was to him to be 100% go out and be a beast. But he's still limiting himself all of a sudden. So I'm curious what's going on with that. Also, like I said, next week's chapter is going to be hype. The reason why it's going to be freaking hype is because we're finally going to see King-chan actually fight. Or hopefully he'll fight. And we'll get to see maybe a Shikai. I don't know if he's mastered like a Bankai already with you know, the little bit of time that he did get to train with the sword and the sword talking to him and all that crap. I doubt he will get the Bankai right then and there. But a Shikai is more than enough. More than enough for Kenpachi Zaraki. So whole point is we're gonna get to see a release state of a sword with Kenpachi. Well, hopefully, anyways. Because I mean, I thought his sword might have actually looked more smooth now, seeing as you know he knows the name and maybe he might respect it a little bit more. I don't know. Everything's very interesting. That's why when I saw King-chan, I was like extra hype, and I looked at him in his appearance. Nothing's really changed. So I am very curious to see what's going on with that actually. So yeah. But overall, this was a good chapter this week for Bleach. I may do a live reaction next week because I just know in my soul that this chapter next week is gonna be boss. I'm a King-chan fan. I'm a freaking fan of the 11 Squad, which is why you know I like Yumichika, I like Ikaku, I like Yachiru, Yumichika. I think that's a Yumichika, but and Kenpachi, and like I said, they're just all good. I was a little bit disappointed when Ikaku got defeated so easily by Superstar. You know, I wanted him to really do something, but yeah, I'm a big fan of this whole freaking squad, so I just can't wait to see more action and more epicness come. I mean, for all we know, Unohana can just come out of nowhere all of a sudden and be like, I want to join in the fight. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I am done. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you think of this week's Bleach Manga chapter. Like this review, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more Bleach reviews from me. Because I don't know, I love Bleach and stuff, and I don't necessarily want to just stop reviewing it. But, you know, I got to get a better time on this, or I need to do something different. I don't know. I need some suggestions or something. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. But, yeah, this has been the Breakmaster, and until then, people, break out.